AC system can wreak havoc with your allergies. Breathe easier with a new high-efficiency system from ARS, complete with free whole home air cleaner, Nest Thermostat, and Nest Protect. Best of all, a new AC and heating system starts as low as $99 a month. And that's nothing to sneeze at. Call today, 777-7777, or visit ARS.com.
Take your live now to a board meeting. HISD officials tonight, they are expected to vote on closing the high school and head academy, and they are expected to debate on a new rule to spend at least half of every meeting talking about topics related to academic performance and students. This comes as several state leaders have openly encouraged the TEA to take over HISD, blaming itself for a lot of infighting and mismanagement. We're monitoring tonight. We're going to have a complete update for you tonight at 10 o'clock on Eyewitness News at 10, but of course the TEA ready to take over the district. All right, now come next here. Could you imagine you have a cold, you just need to pick up some medicine, but you wind up trapped inside of a Walmart instead?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, but it actually happened to this Galveston woman right there. She actually documented her ordeal, and she shared her story with our ABC 13's TJ Parker. It's a story you will only see here on 13.
Well, imagine getting locked in a store after it closes. Well, that's exactly what happened to Sarah Luke. She was inside this Galveston Walmart. She was just browsing around in the garden center when she says she got trapped inside. And she shared her whole ordeal on Snapchat. A handful of sore throat medicine wasn't why Sarah Luke couldn't open the doors at this Galveston Walmart. Sarah was locked inside the garden center. It all started after Sarah picked up some medicine. She decided then to look at some plants. She thought she saw them there. Then minutes later, Sarah realized she was trapped.
I thought he saw me, but I was also wearing a green sweatshirt. Maybe I blended in with the plants. I'm not sure. But he or she, don't really know, blocked me.
She called her mom, who then called the store to no answer. She did get through to police, though, who showed up with the store manager to let her out. By that time, she had been in the store for nearly an hour, and Sarah thankful this was over.
This would happen to me.
In Galveston, ABC 13 Eyewitness News. All right.
This is unbelievable here. This video here has been most watched on ABC13.com since we first broke the story this morning. Investigators now say 29-year-old Nicholas ignored the do not enter signs and drove right up the Metro ramp. Fortunately, no one was injured and she is charged with DWI. Still no arrest tonight after a 15-year-old was shot while playing basketball at Sterling High School. Investigators say someone started shooting on Selinsky Road around 5 yesterday, hitting several parked vehicles. One of the bullets traveled a half mile towards the high school and hit the boy in his arm. HPD says the suspects left in a black car. The teen is expected to be okay.
All right, let's look ahead to Saturday, because we always do that, even when it's Monday, right? We could be seeing another round of severe weather. We're going to be taking a look at that with our chief meteorologist, Travis Herzog. He's going to update you on the forecast in just a few minutes.
There's something special about Texas with the free 3-day weekends planned from Jackson Energy. Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Free. Call now. Go to Switch.
CLS presents the triumphant Broadway musical Ragtime, nominated for 13 Tony Awards and winning Best Musical. Ragtime is a sweeping musical portrait of America. Get tickets now at Tux.com.
Sweet, juicy flavor. Local, organic, as one of America's largest That's peak of the season freshness.
Or had a expensive leaks in the pipes. I'm Jeff Butler, owner of Repipe Specialists. We eliminate all these problems by repiping all Interpex pipes. We repipe most homes in just 1 or 2 days, plus we'll patch your walls and give you a lifetime guarantee. We've completed over 30,000 repipes and can help you too. Call us today for a free estimate to get great water pressure and no more leaks.
You've been chosen for one simple reason. You are the best of the best. The reasons why you chose the job are personal. For some, it's a calling, handed down from generation to generation. For others, it's a need to serve, where your true identity will never be known. This ain't your first rodeo.
This could be a bad hair day.
Not a good day to be in the barrel.
This is a commercial about buying cars. This is the phone, and this is drive time. Do you need a car?
Yes, but I don't have a lot of money.
Oh, great. Go online and check out drive time and save that money. Their down payments are $1,000 less on average.
Ooh, this is a car commercial. Will there be a floating focus group?
No, just valuable information. 99% of people who apply get approved, even if their credit is You can do it in 2 minutes from anywhere. All you need is your phone.
I have a phone.
Everybody does.
Yeah, I'm done. I got approved.
Go to drivetime.com and get approved in 2 minutes. Drive time. Genius.
So get more free electricity because with Jackson Energy, every weekend is a 3-day weekend. Switch to the free 3-day weekends plan from Jackson Energy. Call 855-GOT-JAXA or visit jacksonenergy.com to switch. Jackson Energy. This is our power.
Pay less in property taxes. Sign up at TexasProTax.com. If they don't win, you own nothing.
Well, we are getting ready to shine our community spotlight once again next week.
Yeah, and starting on Monday, we're kicking off HTX Plus the East Side. We're covering areas from the Highlands, Channelview, Cloverleaf, and the surrounding areas out there to showcase those hidden gems from those communities.
Yeah, if you're looking for one of the best places to get
You ain't gotta touch that. You ain't gotta touch that. I need you to burn that. It's gone, bro.
we're going to be checking out one place that's definitely
You gonna burn it up.
just how some of
You gonna drop a cigarette on it, ain't gonna be burned up.
Travis Herzog.
Listen, now I'm thinking about those snow cones,
Could have
Travis.
used one yesterday when it was 91 degrees.
hitting 90. Wow.
Now today, you've noticed we've only been in the 70s for most of the afternoon because we had a few rain showers come in associated with the weak front that's still pushing on in here, and that's still producing a little bit of rain outside, mainly now off to the east of Houston. This front, though, kind of stalls out over southeast Texas, and then we'll look ahead to Saturday when we have our chance of some strong to significant thunderstorms rumbling through. These rain showers have been welcome in the spots that have gotten them to kind of knock down the tree pollen that sprung up after Sunday storms. At this hour, there's still some pockets of heavy rain that are rolling through Liberty County on the south side of Devers, with a few other pockets of light rain continuing back to the southwest into parts of Galveston and Brazoria County. So there's what's left of the rain that's working its way through Liberty County and off quickly into Jefferson County. Most of us from Houston, north and west, have already seen the last raindrop for the next several hours, and your evening plans outside are a go. And the temperature's not bad, generally in the 70s, and on top of that, the air is drying out behind this front. Ahead of it, it's still pretty sultry. It's still dew points in the 60s and 70s. Those dew points drop down into the 30s and 40s. That's when it really starts to feel comfortable outside. So some of you are catching a big break in the humidity. It's already flowing out in places like Morton and Conroe. The temperatures tonight will likely fall into the mid-50s. In Houston, it'll be a split decision with 50s on the north side and 60s on the south side. But some of you will be reaching for that light jacket first thing in the morning. 77 now on the north side. The dry air has not yet hit Bush Airport with the wind is still coming in from the south. Galveston, you're at 75 with the south breeze coming in at 15 miles per hour. So a big blizzard continues to rage across the northern plains. Behind that, a new area of low pressure is diving southward, and this one gets a lot further south and then almost tracks directly across the state of Texas from west to east on Saturday, and that's what will produce our next chance of significant showers and thunderstorms. Friday should start off fairly dry, with a lot of clouds still lingering near that front. Could even be some fog south of the I-10 corridor down to the upper Texas coastline. Then as we go through the afternoon, that front begins to wobble back northward and could kick off a stray shower, especially in the evening. But the main event still looks to be Saturday, and this is a different setup than what hit us this past weekend. So we're not expecting a solid wave of storms to roll through like what happened on Sunday. This time there's two opportunities for rain. Most of us now will likely just get some benign showers in the morning because
thunderstorms and if it is north of Houston first thing in the morning, that means it won't activate with big storms until it gets into northeast Texas. So up here, northeast Texas, northern Louisiana, that's where the greatest risk of severe weather will be as this low pressure tracks along that boundary. If any storms happen to pop up between the warm front and the cold front, they could drive severe. So that's something we'll certainly be keeping an eye on. Then there'll be another wave of rain that comes through the early afternoon as the cold front draws near. It pushes through the evening hours. We all dry out Saturday evening. Sunday is looking really good. This is the latest outlook for the greatest risk of severe storms. And that orange shade northeast of Houston, it looks like that's where the greatest risk of tornadoes will be as the warm front moves there pretty quickly. Along the cold front, when that line blows through in the early afternoon, scattered thunderstorms could produce some damaging winds and some hail. But again, it's looking more scattered, not the solid wave of storms like we had this past Sunday. So we actually brought Houston's rain chance down to 60%. We're kind of right on that dividing line between where it's going to be a lot drier down towards the coast and a lot wetter just off to the north. So everything depends on the track load of the warm front. So a subtle change in that will have a big impact on the weather. The point is, don't cancel your plan Saturday, but stay weather aware as we fine-tune those details. Then on Sunday, sunshine with a high of just 68. We'll catch a couple of mornings in the 40s, and it looks like looking ahead early outlook for Easter weekend, we might finally break out of this weekend stormy weather pattern.
Very good. Thank you, Travis. Let's talk sports. The Rockets in the playoffs.
ABC 13's David Nuno has more on the first team they'll face at 6.
Choose the variety you want from the largest selection of roses on the Gulf Coast. We offer you Fleur Abundance, brand of forest, lighting roses, rip roses, hybrids, and a huge variety of knockout roses at Houston Garden Centers with better plans for less.
The 2019 Toyota Highlander, the best seats in the house.
Right now, get $2,000 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months on a sophisticated new 2019 Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
Does your yard need color? Houston Garden Centers has more color for sun or shade than anyone. Zinnias, coleus, begonias, impatiens, vinca, petunias, and lots more. All at Houston Garden Centers with better plans for less.
Right now, only at Star Furniture and Mattresses, discover the luxury of Heirloom, the nation's most exquisite and luxurious hand-tailored mattress. Plus, receive 2 free pillows with purchase at a $400 value. Plus, come experience Star's one-of-a-kind brand new mattress department, the most comfortable mattress shopping experience anywhere. And for a limited time, receive a free Bluetooth speaker with rest test. No purchase necessary. Plus, your choice of free gifts with purchase. Plus, 60 months interest-free and free same-day delivery. Only at Star.
A portion of the news is sponsored by Star Furniture. Star has it.
Mike D'Antoni is back with the Rockets after a stomach bug kept him in the hospital for several days. Now he gets back to work a few days before the playoffs begin. And it's a Houston tradition. You know it, guys. The Rockets will meet the Jazz in round 1, but unfortunately as the 4 seed. Last night it looked like they could be the 2 seed or maybe the 3, but it was not meant to be. Other teams kept on winning. What it's meant to be is the thrill and the emotions of the playoffs.
Oh, nothing like it. I was so excited when I woke up this morning. I flew back after the game last night and got here, and I'm excited. It's just it's a different feeling when it gets to the playoffs.
This is fun. I mean, this is challenging. You live on edge. You try to. I'm sure the players, you try to block out everything in your life except the task at hand. And the next half hour, much more from the Rockets, and the Astros are heading out for a huge series in Seattle. We'll see you then, Eric and Alona.
All right, David, thanks a lot. Next on Eyewitness News at 6:30, a bizarre twist in the ITC fire in Deer Park.
Samples headed to the lab for testing never made it there. Investigators were trying to find out if residents had toxins in their system, but wait till you hear why the testing went wrong and who is now taking legal action.
Plus, a sneaky thief becomes a sleepy thief. Yes, how nap time turned to damn jail time for one man, and our camera was watching him the entire time. It's all new at 6:30.
It's everything you want.
Vacation, room service, in bed.
All in one place. First on Grace. It's a surprise sister reunion. How did you end up with the hottest husband? On Station 19. Sexy dark secret turns up the heat. And for people, it's hot shot versus heavyweight. TGIT is all new tonight on ABC.
Get ready for the season at Joseph A. Bank during our Traveler Collection special event. Sport coats for $179, dress and sport shirts 2 for $89, plus buy one get one free on almost everything else. The Traveler Collection special event only at Joseph A. Bank.
Think soap and water is the best way to clean natural stone? My research shows that's just not so. I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. To maintain your natural stone's beauty, don't just clean it, Stanley Steam it. The same company you trust for floor, tile, and duct cleaning also cleans your stone surfaces. Natural stone is very porous, meaning it absorbs stains and spills just like carpet. Stanley Steamer knows it takes a delicate touch to properly clean, preserve, and protect your investment naturally. For all your stone surfaces, it's simple. It's Stanley Steamer.
Right now, it's work tonight. Tighten up your jaw, man. Tighten your jaw like that on the tighten your jaw, man.
Introducing the Genesis
Hey, man. I got your jaw today. Listen, man. You left me too many days, dog. You gonna talk trash walking in this door. Let's talk some okay, dog. Listen, dog.
Get ready for the
You walk
season
out
at
the door, you be hard, just like this. Hey, scared him. You walk back and forth. Turn the lights off for you, all this. Lights off and everything. I'm doing all them days, man.
Collection special event only at Joseph A. Bank.
You think you got away with it?
When we say HEB products were made for the love of Texas, we mean they were made to relieve homesickness and maybe make it worse. Made to turn an outdoor picnic into a 5-star feast. Made for Pecos and Brazos and Blanca. And made to be as tough as your natural ribs and chicken are tender. With thousands of HEB brand items made just for Texas, it's no wonder HEB is the brand Texas calls home.
What you want?
ABC 13 Eyewitness News at 6:30 starts now.
Right now at 6:30, a police chase with a stunning ending and a Houston actor now appearing in a mugshot.
Here are some of today's biggest stories. A 30-minute police chase ends in a pit maneuver. It sent a stolen pickup truck over a curb in southeast Houston. The driver jumped out and didn't have any fight left. He gave up immediately. The chase began just before the truck's owner.
So he be trying to eat all mine, you know what I'm saying? Look, he got that water, you like this?
From El Salvador, who lives in the Houston area, is facing deportation. The family claims the government shutdown is to blame. Laura Maradiga Alvarado's family has been showing up to immigration court, but the government shutdown canceled all their appearances. The child could now face deportation by herself. A Houston actor known for his role in the Trivago.com commercials has been charged with drunk driving. Police say they found Timmy Williams passed out at the wheel on Westheimer near the Beltway. They found him with his foot on the brake in the middle of the road. An unusual twist in the ITC fire in Deer Park that burned for days, sending that infamous black cloud billowing over the Houston area.
Yeah, so hundreds of residents near the facility gave urine samples to find out if they had toxins in their system. Most of those samples are now ruined. ABC 13's Bree Berry is joining us now live. Bree, one couple's taking legal action. The story continues here with this. Yes, so today we were in court with the attorneys there of those two, that couple, and a judge granted a temporary restraining order to preserve the contaminated urine samples. The samples that many Deer Park residents had hoped they could use in their cases against ITC. Now they're dealing with a rather bizarre situation that one expert tells us doesn't make a lot of sense. Less than a month ago, Deer Park residents were dealing with the ITC fire.
We do know the people in Deer Park don't deserve this.
He says they now have a second disaster on their hands. LabCorp being blamed for cross-contaminating urine samples during shipment to their lab in Minnesota. Samples sent to be tested for possible levels of benzene exposure.
LabCorp right now is holding the position that some sort of air cabin pressure while they were being shipped to Minnesota's testing facility is what caused multiple samples to be released into these bags and cross-contaminate all of the samples. and thus destroying them.
In a statement, LabCorp says they take this situation seriously and are conducting their own investigation. Many people confused how this even happened.
Honestly, I've never heard that, especially from a laboratory that you would send those type of samples to. I've never heard of this occurring, especially again to that scale.
Dr. Noreen Khan Mayberry says unfortunately, even if they learn how, the damage is done.
Benzene and a lot of those other high gas products are metabolized out of the urine quickly.
So again, the judge did grant that restraining order to preserve the samples, give the attorneys time to look into what the issue was, what the contamination was. Now the attorneys say that they may need more time to look at the samples. If that's the case, they'll have to go back with LabCorp, try to get an extension agreement, and if they don't come to an agreement like they didn't today, well, we'll be back in court as early as 14 days. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. Live in downtown Houston, Bree Berry, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
Big story playing out there, Bree, thanks. Well, it is known as the Killing Fields, a place in League City where dozens of bodies of murder victims have been found since the 70s.
It's a 25-acre patch right here of land off the Gulf Freeway. Tonight, the bodies of two women who were found 3 decades ago have been identified. ABC 13's Melanie Lawson joins us now with his latest turn of events. Mel?
Well, Eric, and a lot of those bodies started turning up in that area back in the 1970s. And until now, only 2 of the victims were ever identified. Although League City Police have not yet released their names, they have finally positively identified 2 women through genealogy. They spent decades trying to track down leads and name those women, even releasing these 2 generated pictures of what the victims probably looked like. Well, some closure finally for the families. League City Police say they will release the victims' names and more information on Monday. By the way, no one has ever been arrested for any of these murders. But some people are hoping now these clues will finally help them to track down ultimately that killer. Guys? And I should mention there will also be a memorial service for the Forbes and their families on Wednesday night. That will happen at the Magnolia Creek Baptist Church. We'll keep you updated on that as well, Eric.
All right, Melanie, thank you. Got some breaking news now from the city of Chicago. They have officially sued actor Jussie Smollett. The city is looking to get reimbursed for the overtime Chicago police spent looking into an attack they say Smollett staged. The suit comes after Smollett missed that deadline to pay more than $130,000 for the investigation. Last week, Smollett's attorney said if the city went ahead with that lawsuit, that he would demand access to the city's entire investigation file.
And a big milestone right here for SpaceX. In the last hour, it successfully launched its first commercial flight using its new Falcon Heavy rocket. The rocket delivered the Arabsat 6A satellite into space. This rocket is by far the most powerful operational launch vehicle in the world, and its success could usher in the next era of launch vehicles to take humans to the moon, Mars, and beyond. And tonight, a family is remembering a loved one, the victim of a DWI crash.
Unfortunately, this is something that we see a lot of here in the Houston area, and this victim's family has something to say about it. ABC 13's Stefania Okoli is live with this story tonight. Stefania?
Well, Eric and Alona, this is perhaps the harshest and most heartbreaking reality of drunk driving, lives being snatched away. In this case, we have a woman who was just convicted last year for drunk driving, and investigators say her decision to do it yet again on Saturday, well, ended with someone's life being taken away. Now the Torres family here is dealing with an unfathomable loss. A father of 3 is no longer here. At 77 years old, Carmen Hermanas prepares for something she never thought she would have to. The final goodbye to her son, 46-year-old Luis Torres. He was the biggest treasure in my life, she says. I feel devastated that they took my son from me. Today, Sheila Brown sits in jail charged for Luis Torres' death. Brown accused of getting behind the wheel while intoxicated Saturday morning. Court documents say she admitted to not only having drinks, but taking anxiety and depression pills as well before driving. 3 a.m. that morning, Torres was heading home on the Katy freeway. He took his last breath in his car. Investigators say Brown slammed into him. He was killed. Luis was a son, a brother, a husband, an adoring father. He loved fishing and all things Texas.
It wasn't the first time that it has happened to a family. It's not going to be the last time that it will happen either. But I would like for people to, I guess, see the pain that my grandmother and my sister and my father are going through and just think twice before getting in a car drunk.
And that certainly always is the hope when we share these heartbreaking kinds of stories. Luis Torres will be buried here at the San Jacinto Memorial tomorrow. Sheila Brown is being held at Harris County Jail on a $60,000 bond. The state is currently fighting to have that bond increase, also citing the fact that, as I mentioned, she was convicted just last year. And ABC 13 News at 10 p.m. we're going to hear from Luis Torres' heartbroken children, who now, Eric and Alona, have to look forward to their father missing their biggest life moments. We're live in East Houston this evening. I'm Stefania Coley, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, our hearts really go out to that family, Stefania. Gathering. This is outside of the store that rapper Nipsey Hussle owned on this day of his funeral. Moments ago, there was some kind of a commotion that caused people there to scatter. People left behind shoes and glasses. We don't know what happened, but we do know that police responded to the area. As you can see, the scene is pretty calm, but there are a lot of people out there right now. We're going to have more on today's funeral service for Nipsey in just a few minutes. Is a man with a hoodie on in the Montrose area goes from car to car, pulling on door handles. He finds one that's open. Notice it's dark outside. And then hours later, police officers pull up and they arrest him. It's light out now. He had fallen asleep. We talked to the man who owns the security cameras that caught all this. He says a neighbor alerted him that somebody was sleeping in his wife's car, so he called police.
Made it easy for the cops.
It sure did, didn't it? Well, a high-profile arrest in a global case. Julian Assange now behind bars tonight. We are headed to Washington, D.C. live. What's next for the former WikiLeaks